Southeast San Diego can be a place everyone wants to be. If we have a world-class destination park atop the Radio Towers Hill in Emerald Hills, next to Encanto, with its unmatched 360-degree views, drawing people from every corner of San Diego, not just a park, a super magnet for cafes, fresh markets, arts, culture, and history. An access point to the healing properties of nature. A preservation of habitats, including the Choyas Creek watershed. At least as far back as 1978, Mrs. Hazel Higgins wrote on behalf of the Emerald Hills Neighborhood Council, advocating for a park in Radio Canyon. After Mrs. Higgins had been successful in getting the canyon preserved for open space. But decade after decade, the promise inherent in a hope for justice was not kept. No park, no equal public space for the community begun by Black military families using the GI Bill in one of the few places they were permitted to live in San Diego. And without the shared public spaces that make a community thrive, civic engagement was suppressed. So, sufficient commercial investment stayed away too. Each time a large green space became available, it was handed to housing. And every time the community managed, against the odds, to raise its voice to ask, "Where is our park? Where is the equity we were promised?" The city answered, "Next time, but first, more housing." The people in Emerald Hills and all of Southeast San Diego have needs beyond housing, just like people in every other part of the city, like humans anywhere. We need space for health, for connection, for beauty. A park isn't just a patch of grass or tall trees. Its native plants, open hillsides, quiet trails, and clean air provide proven lower rates of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, even depression, just by being near nature, moving through it, and breathing with it. Now, there is only one last chance. Radio Towers Hill, a majestic open space with 360-degree views of our city, still untouched. But developers want to replace our last open space with 123 homes. Homes that won't bring transformation because the community around them would remain disinvested. These houses will have a market rate far below the rest of San Diego, so that corporate investors can profitably buy and rent them. That's why even the marginal benefit of creating home ownership in a disinvested community won't happen in the long run. If the people aren't wealthy, the infrastructure is supposed to be robust, as is the case north of Interstate 8. But let's be clear. A few houses on a hill won't elevate our disinvested community. They won't bring cafes. They won't bring healing. They won't build connection. They won't preserve the watershed. They won't build wealth or a future for our community. The view from the Radio Towers Hill should not belong to a few real estate investors or even homeowners. It should belong to everyone. It should bring to us all the benefits of health and connection. It should bring economic development to Southeast San Diego. And it should bring revenue to our city for decades to come, just like Griffith Park Observatory has for the city of Los Angeles. Fair housing doesn't mean corralling us into one area without the amenities other communities already have under the pretense of caring for our pitiful needs. Affordable housing stock should be built in communities that are already well appointed. That's how fair housing works. That's how the letter and spirit of affirmatively furthering fair housing law works. You bring people to where the resources are plentiful, and you build up low resources before you add more people. This hill, our last chance, is the last test of our lifetimes to move things forward in the tradition of our ancestors and hope for our children. Will we, without showing the greatest determination of which we are capable, allow our elected officials and the professionals who should work for them to trade away our future? Or will we rise to the cause of building something worthy of our history, our people, and our potential? Let's hold the hill. Let's build the park.